saw almost 3 months ago, 2+ months ago. Um, so it has a lot of the same items as that deck, but it does have some Kaladesh cards thrown in for flavor and for some boost. Um, Pretty darn similar deck. I think that I'm getting a little more success with a little more regularity as a result of a couple choices. So um, I'm not going to get exactly what I've changed here right, but I can tell you that a key card here is Magda. So all other dwarfs get +1/+0, and when a dwarf you control becomes tapped, create a treasure token. So there's only one copy of this in here, but it does have the potential to have high impact, and we do move the cards through this deck fairly quickly. Treasure tokens allow us to bring bigger things on. Um, yeah, so, attacking early with Magda and some dwarves allows us to get Mirror March and Terror of the Peaks on quicker. So that's that. One of those. We have two Mind Stone in here, two Heraldic Banner, and two Light Up the Stage, and we ditched Cathartic card draw in favor of another Light Up the Stage. We've got two Ironcrag feats in here because we really are kind of committed to Mirror March as a way to win. And we also have an additional big item on the board, a couple of big guys that we've added to the mix here. Still have four Inferno Hellion, which really just rock it with both Terror of the Peaks and Mirror March. Let's see what else we have. We kept the Rekindling Phoenix. We have two Storm's Wrath in here to get us out of trouble kind of early mid-game if we're not getting what we need. Two Solemn Simulacrums to help us get the land up there, and with the Mind Stone and the one Maze Mind Tome. So we still have the three Terror of the Peaks, four Mirror March, 24 basic lands, and we don't want the land slowing us down in any way. So then the other additions here are, we didn't have the Ironcrag feat in the previous deck, I don't believe, or at least not two. There might have been one, I don't even think there was. So we have Quakebringer. This is an ultra cool card, a mythic card. Your opponents can't gain life. Okay, that alone is huge. But at the beginning of your upkeep, Quakebringer deals 2 damage to each opponent. This ability triggers only if Quakebringer is on the battlefield or if Quakebringer is in your graveyard and you control a giant. So we do have only one more giant in this deck, and it is Doomscar. So it is possible that it could happen, but when he's on the board, he does all kinds of damage. And he's 4/4, and Doomscar is a 4/4 6-drop. When he enters the battlefield, all your creatures get +1/+0 and haste. So just imagine this scenario. You have a 7 dwarf on the battlefield. You run another 7 dwarf and say maybe create 2 or 3 of them. So if you create 3 of them, they're all going to be 4/4s. The one that you just put on the battlefield does not have haste. So then you run Doomscar through, and they all get +1/+1, +1/+0, and they all have haste, and Doomscar has haste. Okay, so and he would have haste when he comes on too. You can also foretell him. It's not the biggest deal. You only save 1 mana, and by the time you're able to play him and it's meaningful with a Mirror March on the board, you're going to have 6 mana anyway. But there may be a scenario where you can envision the next turn being able to launch him and a 7 dwarf or something through Mirror March. Anyway, a cool card. You can see how, boom, you play this behind some dwarves. They all get pumped up. It's all very scary. So a little further enhancement with Magda, Mirror March, and Doomscar and Quakebringer. They all bring some more aggression and scariness to this deck. Ironcrag makes it easier to get Mirror March on the board. You'll see in some of the games I played, I think we got Mirror March on turn 4 and wrapped it up turn 5 maybe. So yeah, this is cool. If you've seen my Mirror March decks, I have terrible flip luck, but I did have a little bit of luck in some of the games I played, so I'll definitely put some of those up. Um, I also just want to speak to my Turgid deck that I released same day here earlier today, and I accidentally put up 3 games out of, I think I recorded 5 or 6, and I had 2 losses. And I wanted to include 1 loss, but I accidentally included 2 losses and only 1 victory. So don't be swayed from Turgid because of that, because that deck is an amazing deck, and I just accidentally put the wrong games in. So just wanted to share that with you. Hey, please hit the subscribe button. I'm having fun with this Kaldheim. It's just, there's amazing cards in it. I'm really happy. I think it's going to bring um, standard back into my realm where I'm interested in it again. This is not a standard deck, as you know. This is a historic deck, but there are a ton of really cool standard cards now. So I hope you enjoy this. Um, have a great day. Mountain soon. But in the meantime, we've got some things to work with. Okay, there's another land. Excellent. We'll see if we're facing counter spells. Not thus far. Okay, Brazen Borrower. Use them up. Okay. All right, so they have 4 mana available there. I think we're going to throw up the 7 dwarves, see if it's countered. It is not. We'll throw up another one. All right. All right, this frees us up to bring on Magda or Hellion. Well, we'll see. Yeah, we could do either. We could also bring in Solemn Simulacrum and get another land up here. We can do quite a bit of damage here. I think we got to bring in Hellion, which puts a lot of pressure on them for next turn. Down to 12 now. They'll be looking at a possible 16 damage next turn. And that's without Magda coming on. So they're going to feel urgency to bounce something back to hand or something. Okay, they steal. All right. I think it's best to go Magda here. We can still come on with Solemn Simulacrum. We got Storm's Wrath as a backup plan. We'll draw a card when Solemn Simulacrum blocks here. So the question is, we get treasure tokens. The question here is, yeah, and they will. They're no longer a question. They trade. Okay. So we do have Fatal in hand here. We'll see what happens. Kiora, okay. All right, we've got an enormous amount of mana here. One option is to attack with everything, and Kiora will take off the dwarf and will do 5 damage. We could then Storm's Wrath twice, get rid of Kiora, and they'd have and we draw a card, and we just sit tight, and they would take probably Heraldic Banner. That is one option here. And actually, I think it's a good option, so we're just going to go ahead and do it. We got a ton of treasure tokens going, so we'll be able to play whatever comes our way. Down to 1. And now for okay, there goes their token, and we can light up the stage. Okay, and we'll stop right there. Okay, Shark Typhoon comes on. And then Guardian Idol, they'll get a flyer. Okay, we got just a ton of land going on here, and I think what I'm going to do is put up Maze Mine. They'll probably take the Heraldic Banner, and we're going to go ahead and draw a card. Okay, I'm happy with that. We're going to sit and wait for Kiora to do its thing. Not much to gain. Okay. They do have a lot of cards. Oh, and that is going to be trouble. All right. Wow. Okay, what do we got here? We got 9, 10, 11, 12. 5 and 6 is 11. This is outstanding. Please don't counter this card, because it is game over if they do counter anything. It's game over if they don't, I should say. That's game. And Terror of the Peaks again is responsible for victory here. Excellent game, really down to the wire. We're going to need one more land at some point. And we could play Solemn, and we'd have enough for Mirror March. Okay, they don't get to play anything, that's good. Rakdos, perhaps. Fountain of Renewal, okay, that's good for me. Second land, Mindstone. We've got another land to play here, so we'll be able to drop Solemn Simulacrum next turn. Get us our 5th land, which means Terror of the Peaks. And we've got a slew of dwarves, which spells hopes for Mirror March. Okay, that makes 5. So we're going to have to take the risk here with Terror of the Peaks. Rankle, that's too bad. What will they want? Discard a card, okay. That'll be a dwarf. Alright, there's number 6. We need Mirror March. Worried about removal here with Terror of the Peaks. Black and red. They don't have it, it appears. That is amazing. And now I have an interesting dilemma here. As I can take out Rankle. I'm going to do that. And I think it's a worthy thing to do here. Just going to come with Terror of the Peaks because I'd love to block. This does have Menace, and I'd love to block with Solemn Simulacrum, although they'd probably not bite. Okay. Alright, we get yet another land, which puts us close but no cigar with being able to run the dwarves on the same turn. The dwarves could go absolutely crazy here. It's a good setup. And combined with Terror of the Peaks, I'm sure we're going to see some removal, and there goes Terror of the Peaks. Unfortunate. And they gain a bunch of life, which is good for them. But we still have the dwarf machine available. And Terror of the Peaks comes up. Oh boy. Okay, so we gotta run Mirror March. But next turn we can run both of these cards, which is going to be outrageous. Okay, there'll be no blocking of the Storm Fists. Alright. Okay, wow. Okay, bummer. They're going to take Magda off the board. Okay. Frankly, it's better to lose Magda than the 7 Dwarf. And here we go. Let's see what we got. Will we get any flips? Just one. But one is good. Okay. Now, this could really make my day here. And they're getting no flips and they can it. I mean, geez. Okay, I just want to tell you that I played a game right before this and I had 4 flips and didn't get any of them. On the 5th flip, I got a couple, but it was way too late. I was crushed. It was hopeless, but I had some amazing opportunities. Terror of the Peaks came on, then Dwarves, and I got no flips. And it's so frustrating. You just saw right here, I got 1 flip out of, I think, 3 tosses right there. Boy, I have bad luck with this. But hey, it is a cool deck. Which is great. All I need is 1 more for Solemn, and I go first. So no complaints here. We are hoping for in the next couple of turns to get another mountain, which would really kind of launch us on our way. Pretty much a perfect hand, and the opponent mulligan down to 5. So, okay, fabulous. We'll put the Mind Stone right up. We want the ramp. We're on the journey to get the Mirror March on quick. We do have 4 of them in the deck, so we got them quick. And that he takes the 1/1 counter. Okay, so we'll put up Simulacrum. So Simulacrum can block and we'll get card draw as a result. But here comes another land. So now we have the equivalent of 5. We definitely want to hold on to Inferno Hellion. That can end the game very quickly with Mirror March. Alright, so we get card draw. We're looking for another land. We can get another land here because this, we know that a Gruul can really take off. We get a land. This has been picture perfect. Now, it's not that they're not going to have scary things. They are. But we have Mirror March on in record speed here. And the opponent has some formidable stuff, but we can launch... well, we can launch 2 7 Dwarves next turn, which is not fabulous. If we got 1 more... we didn't get a mana. Yeah, I was going to say if we got 1 more... Oh, hold it. We got 6. So what we can do is run Inferno Hellion and 7 Dwarves. We'll run the Hellion first. We'll see if I have any luck whatsoever here. And this one can really very quickly end the game. Then you get zip. That's what I get typically, so par for the course. Sounds like a big complainer, I'm sure. Okay, that's big. That's a lot of dwarves. And that should be the game right there. They only have one blocker, and that's 28 damage, 21 damage. That's game. Unless they have some removal in hand. Even just killing this, they can't kill anything. They're all too big. That's the game. Okay, and that's how it's supposed to work, folks. I'm going to get some flips. That's fun. We have Iron Crag feat, so that could be helpful in getting us Mirror March on the board turn 4. We need some cooperation from lands. Okay, so far so good. We'll get to Scry. Iron Crag feat. We do not need another one. Okay, perfect. Okay, we're in. And now we're going to draw a card with this. So turn 4 Mirror March. That's perfect. We have some dwarves here to go. The opponent has had 3 turns. We went first. So nothing they can do about this. It's on. We have Terror of the Peaks. We would love another land. We don't get it, but we do get another dwarf, which is excellent. So we'll be able to run 2 dwarfs through Mirror March next turn. And we have more dwarfs to run the following turn. So this is good. See what we get. Oh my goodness. That should be the game, folks. That is the game, and we're going to keep running them. Turn 5, Mirror March victory, and wow, I finally get the hits, and this is going to be fun. Turn 5 here, folks. Minus 50, turn 5. All right. Awesome. You can't beat that.